Well, hey everybody. We're going to read some comments. I should go ahead and read. We got the most recent comment.
As early as 2027, driving with a combustion engine will probably no longer be permitted outside of professional and delivery trips. The Federal Exhaust Gas Ban Ordinance BABVVO was recently announced, and exhaust gas fan will soon be banned. The Transport Tourism Emission Restriction Federal Ordinance was also announced. Is to get all commercial vehicles, construction machinery, agricultural machinery, and even inland waterway vessels will come with combustion engines off the roads, waterways by 2035. Buses in the cities and all taxis must be completely converted to electric drives by 2025, supposedly an EU regulation. That will be funny. Have you ever read Berlin Leaks? From It Takes Off Your Shoes. They are almost planning demobilization under the cloak of campaigning against fun using fossil drive energy in road traffic. The SOKO Autoposer is supposed to hunt down all fun fossil drives in the future. This will be a STVO Stasi with BABVVO apps for monitoring as a lethal helper to control exhaust emissions.
Wow, what a mouthful. Who wrote that? What's the username?
Slipper Schlopper.
It's like Schnipper Slopper.
Slipper Schlopper.
Wow, what a mouthful. Yeah, it seems like a lot of laws are being made to stop what Jeremy Clarkson is, the solution to everything, the internal combustion engine. But what do you think so far? What do you think about all that?
Search. I read the comment. You respond.
You read the comment?
Yes.
Well, what is your basketball princess
Search.
mind?
You respond, please. You want to respond. Sorry for my reading, by the way.
No, she read great. That's some really tremendous amount of legal things that people are trying to do. Stop over 100-year industry. I mean, think of all the industries in internal combustion. But he went in the comments and specifically said things that are not commercial or delivery will be, which sounds absolutely possible. Make all the people drive electric or ride a bus, or make them use some kind of service for their transport needs, which is preferably electric.
I think it will take, what he says, 2027 or by 2035.
2035. Wow, that could be.
It's only like what, 11 years? I mean, 13 years.
Okay,
I think
so
it will take much longer than that to move to only electric cars.
Well, if you take care of your car lasts over 20 years
exactly.
Right now. So I think if they want to do it, they will just make it very expensive for you to drive internal combustion. And I think that's the way to do it, which they tried to do with the recent fuel going up. There's so much fuel, by the way. There's so much oil that we will not burn it in our lifetime. 100 years of burning fuel like we're burning now, we'll not use it all up. So that's not a problem. You know, I've also read some stuff where they're threatening racing, for you to use internal combustion motors in racing on a track for fun. That's pretty stupid.
Why?
Why? Because if we want to go take a gasoline-powered engine and go race it around the track, it's up to us. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but if it does, it's scary stuff. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Are you kind of scared reading that? So I was like, yeah. What else do I wasn't really prepared for this. What other comments do we have? Let's get some positive comments. Internal combustion. I mean, if they're going on ecological type stuff, ecology, if they want zero emissions out of combustion, I mean, you could do a lot of things still. You could do hydrogen, you could do propane, and still use internal combustion, which will greatly reduce the emissions. I mean, think about it. You use propane or gas, some kind of gas fuel to inside a house, and we're not instructed to even ventilate, you know, like have huge ventilation when we're using like our gas stove, right? Just the room, right? You don't have to open your windows when you're cooking on the gas stove.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I do it out of preference to get fresh air going.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like something that's required because it makes so much bad fumes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a way to convert fossil fuels to a gas that burns clean. So if we're talking about the whole emissions part of it, right? There's a way to get fossil fuels to be burning in combustion and internal combustion engines as clean as your kitchen stove. So there's a way to do that, and I think many companies will experiment with that, or they have already. So this is all nonsense, BS. Electric. How much copper are we going to need? We're going to need so much semiconductors. Look, okay, let's talk about Texas electric grid going out because they overloaded it.
Texas?
Yeah, like last year there was a thing where many people were out of power in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they overloaded it.
Because Texas wanted to be a separate country and they wanted to have their own electricity system, but something went wrong and they were like, no, we're gonna be with the United States.
Is
That's what I heard. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. And when everybody lights got off, they were like, no, we want to use the whole country electricity system.
In Texas is probably the most internal combustion engine place. All these pickup trucks in Texas. And oil. So the grids need to be much stronger. Will they build the infrastructure, the electric power grid, so massive as to handle all this new electrical load within the next 15 years? That's what to look for. If electric power grids, maybe we should be studying to be electricians, because the next 10, 15 years, all this demand for electrical power. I mean, demand for electrical power is probably growing at some kind of rate, but to say, hey, within 10 years, 15 years, convert all this internal combustion power to be from electric, you'd need a lot of wiring. Maybe we should be investing in electrical wiring companies. Huh?
Maybe.
Copper. Maybe not. I don't know. This is like this whole electric car thing is like it's like a bad cousin that doesn't go away. Right? They're like the ones that are not fun, the ones that are just like you like to have them around because they're kind of cool. They're cool. Electric stuff is cool. And then when they're trying to hijack your party, you're like, bro, time for you to go home. You know, we'll invite you again, but not for the next like 10 parties. You know what I mean? That's kind of what electric cars are like. They're really cool and you want to invite them to the party, but then they're like, this is my party. And you're like, bro, it's not your party.
Yeah, such a good example.
So, I don't know. Those are my thoughts, but thanks for commenting about that. What other comments do we have? Anything interesting?
Yeah, Fred me said about Tolia's video. You had a video with Tolia. He said, make sure to get your comrade on the Search the Car Hauler Healthy Diet.
Yeah.
What's the Search Car Hauler Healthy Diet?
Tolia, if you're watching, what is it?
What is
Whatever
it?
she cooks.
No, it's only fruit and vegetables.
And meat.
And meat.
And nuts. Squirrel.
Oh, also somebody said, also same person, Fred me.
Fred
Squirrels with mayonnaise, LOL. Did you mention that in the video?
Yeah, I mentioned mayonnaise. You know the thing with mayonnaise and condensed milk land Ukraine, and they're still coming, and they're specifically going into car hauling, the noobs. So I think in a few short years, you know, and the thing with Ukrainians right now, they lost a lot of things. The thing with them being here, and they're so angry, they're all these emotions, all these negative emotions, and they come here and they figure it out. Car hauling is one of the American dream opportunities they can do, and add that to the angry emotions that I'm going to rebuild my life 10 times better than the life I had. There's going to be a lot of Ukrainian owned trucking companies very soon, and we better be ready for them. I mean, imagine they convert the Flying J's to mayonnaise and condensed milk. Imagine instead of nasty fuel, I don't know, all the problems we have at truck stops now. Imagine all that. Imagine adding mayonnaise and condensed milk to that. That's probably what's coming. That's what I'm scared about. Bunch of ambitious, emotional damage, you know? An American dream, and they're like car hauling opportunity. They're gonna try to hijack this opportunity and keep it all to themselves, or do as much as they can for themselves with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, we're gonna have to keep an eye on Tola, because these are the same things that I feel from Tola and all the other Ukrainian car haulers I see. I was like, man, I think I'm pretty lazy compared to this guy. This guy's like total nightmare mode. You know what nightmare mode is? I mentioned it to you before. That's like
Non-stop?
That's like, forget the coffees, okay? You don't need coffee. You're so into your nightmare mode. You're so into your nightmare, you're just not gonna stop working. You're just gonna keep working at every angle, keep working. No sleep, nightmare mode. Like, you ever like complain and feel like you're overworked or something? That's like way far away from nightmare mode. Nightmare mode is like forget my feelings. Not forget my feelings. It's like you can't really forget your feelings at that point. You're so miserable, you know? But you're just like on this drug of nightmare mode. And that's what Tole's in right now. or maybe like he's not in nightmare mode yet. He's like in super motivated, but like a lot of Ukrainians, okay, maybe Tole is, you know, but like nightmare mode is happening. So.
Yeah, Mark said, so cool to see him enjoying life. He's going to end up in some stretch 379 in a 7-car box covered in the Christmas lights. He's gonna drive during Christmas or what? And your mom said that was you before.
Yeah, I started like Tola. Anyways, good video while we're sitting in this traffic jam driving. Love your faces.
This
what I want to say?
Morning sun.
We haven't started working on editing the Monterey Car Week movie. When are we gonna do that? Soon.
Soon, yeah. The next couple of days.
But we do. We can say that you got to be there next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna go
Sure.
next year?
Most likely.
Wait, why is that most likely? Why not like?
Search.
Okay, most likely we will be there. What was your favorite thing about Monterey?
The Big Sur.
Big Sur?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have.
Oh, you asking about the cars?
No, just in the. Yes. You know what I want to do? I want to drive all the way to like Santa Barbara
Or LA.
or LA from there.
Me too.
I don't want to turn around at Big
Me
Sur. I
too.
want to.
Me too.
I know it's a long drive, and
6 hours.
yeah, so.
But yeah, that was my dream when I came to.
And I want to have the time to stop everywhere
Yes, me too.
and maybe camp. Maybe let's do it like a 3-day trip. Maybe we camp at one of the camping sites.
Maybe.
Okay, week long drive. No, San Francisco to LA. Yeah, you got to take like a whole week to do, right? If you want to see everything.
Stop by like that little city, explore it, because there are a lot of like ghost towns on the way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've heard about them. They're ghost towns, so I really want to go there.
And I want to see. There's like, I think it's by Carmel, but I didn't notice it this time. It's like a lagoon where the ocean water goes in, like a big giant swim pool. Anyways, bye for now.